Hey guys, it's Kat and I am back today with my favourites of recent times. March, maybe. February, maybe. I don't know. I haven't done a favourite since I think like November or something, so it's been a while. I've sort of missed it, but at the same time I haven't really been playing with enough different makeup to warrant doing a favourites. I was sort of really targeted on my Project Pan products and now I'm sort of wanting to play a little bit more. So there's a few things I want to talk about and I thought there's enough to do a video, so here we are. I am sick. It is a thing. It's very annoying. It's limiting my progress with my Project Pan products, I can tell you that. It's also holding up my 1 week, 1 palette video. If that's up before this, hooray. But it probably won't be because I've been sick for the past 5 days and I haven't been able to do any looks. Today I decided I've got the house to myself. I'm going to put some makeup on, get dressed and do what anyone should do when they're sick. Film some YouTube content. All right, so I've got a bit of makeup. I've got a little bit of skincare and essential oils to talk about. Not in a wanky way, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to start saying that to cure all things, use essential oils. No, look, hear me out. I'll get there, but whatever. Let's start with what I'm wearing on my lips. So for my Project Apocalypse, which is a project where I try all my lip products throughout this year and I declutter my whole collection. In February, I tried all my MAC products and I realized how much I really love these retro matte liquid lip colors. I've got two really gorgeous, like vampy, beautiful vintage red and a dark brown from the Patrick Star collections, which were limited edition. And after decluttering my MAC lipstick collection, I went to MAC and I back to MAC'd my old lip products and a stash of old MAC products that I had been storing for literally like 5 years in my cupboard. And I got to trade in my old packaging for, I think I got like 5 lipsticks. I traded in a lot. I had old Fix Pluses, I had old concealers, I had a whole bunch of stuff that I just stored from the past however many years to back to MAC. So, and if you're not familiar with back to MAC, you can take 6 empty packaging products and trade it in for a bullet lipstick. The restrictions are you can't trade it in for liquid lipsticks and the Viva Glam range, but the rest you can just pick whatever. I ended up picking 4 Powder Kiss bullet lipsticks and 1 Kiss Me formula, which is like a glossy formula. I haven't tried them yet because I've been sick, but I might talk about them if I do a recap of what I've been buying lately, because I have been buying a few makeup products. But while I was there, they were having a store-wide 15% off, so I thought, look, it's a good opportunity to pick up a liquid lip color, and I picked up another thing, but I'll talk about that if I do a recapping of my purchases. This was not the shade that I bought. I originally bought the orange shade because if you watched my Apocalypse video for MAC, you'll know that I wanted to find an alternative to Morange. So I thought that was a really good matte liquid lip version, and I picked up that one. They gave me the correct box, but when I took it home, I opened it up and the inside was the shade Quite the Standout, which is more of the orange toned red rather than the red toned orange, if that makes sense. So this is more red than what I was going for. But I only realized that when I put it on, and then I was like, look, I can go take it back because they fucked up, but I put this on and I was like, I love it. So even though I have been trying to test out all my NARS lip products in March, I have made time to use this at least like 3 times, which is crazy because I love it that much. It wears so well. It wears really well under masks. It wears really well through food. I love it. So I do want to go back and get that pure sort of orange shade, which is the one that I originally went for. But this Quite the Standout is gorgeous. It's like a vibrant, I would say that this is the matte liquid lip version of Lady Danger, whereas what I was wanting was Morange, but I fucking love Lady Danger, so this is great. And I love this formula. When it first came out, I heard bad things, like it was dry and it was this and it was that. The ones I've tried have been phenomenal, and this one is no different. So I love it. I'm definitely going to buy more. It's great. Another MAC product that I bought, I think it was in February, and I mentioned it in my recapping purchases video, is the shade Groundwork. Now I am panning painterly, but lately, especially since I've been sick or if I'm not wearing much makeup, I'm like, go away painterly. I use that as an eyeshadow base, but just on its own, Groundwork is the best. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. It just adds a bit of definition and a little bit of natural color to my lids and sort of blanks out a little bit of any discoloration or whatever I might have. And it just is gorgeous. I've put no base down. I've set it with nothing. I just get a fluffy brush. I put it in, put it on my eyes, and it sort of contours the eyes, makes you look like you're awake and you've got sort of your bit put together. This is my no makeup eyeshadow. I love it. I have had people ask, do these crease? Look, I haven't noticed creasing, but to be fair, I don't really have eyelids that crease a lot. They don't get too oily. And also this shade is so like muted and so similar to my lid color that even if there is creasing by the end of the day, I can't really see it. So, you know, if I was maybe using a pure white or a pure black or something that was really different from my skin tone, there might be creasing, but just with a shade that's very, very close to your lid color, these work a treat. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not a flat matte finish, but it's definitely not a shimmery shade. It's more like a, I don't know, like a satin or something, but I love this. I think this is so flattering. And one thing I love about this, so being sort of similar to, you know, your lips but better lip color, this is like my eyes but better lid color. This goes with any sort of anything I put with it. So if I wear blue liner with it or a red lip, it just sort of complements it all because it looks so natural. I love this. It's definitely one of my favorite and most reach for products in the past couple months since buying it. So what I've actually got on top of that today, just to add a little bit of something, is another product that I have had for a while but really have been loving in the past couple of months. It's the JD Glow liquid gel liner in the shade Neon Blue. Now, for the longest time, I've had the Neon Purple. I love that shade. It's a little bit flaky. I find this one is extremely gorgeous and it wears really well. So adds a nice vibrant pop of blue. I find with blue liner, they can either be too dark where it ends up looking navy, or it can be too light where it ends up looking a little bit like it doesn't elongate the eye and create the shape that you want. This is like the perfect tone of blue where it elongates the eye and creates a shape, but it's vibrant and stands out and it's unapologetically blue. I think it's so gorgeous. And I think with JD Glow, their formulas with their eyeliners are hit and miss. Some are really flaky and dry and sort of crumble off, and others are supremely gorgeous. And this one is one of the ones that is supremely gorgeous. So I just have been reaching for this a lot. And again, I think if I wasn't filming, I would just probably put mascara on and have this paint pot just by itself. That's what I sort of have been doing with my sort of low makeup days. But since I'm filming, I wanted to sort of add a little bit of something fun, and that's how I use this. I think it's such a gorgeous blue. If you like a pop of blue, but you don't want blue eyeshadow, I find blue eyeshadow can be overpowering and can, you know, sort of take over the look. A bit of a blue liner adds that color, but is really restrained. So I think this is really fun. I love it. I've been reaching for it a lot. Another thing I like to do, and this isn't the best because this shade is one of the flaky ones. This is the JD Glow Neon Green, which is a great color. It's looking a lot more pastel neon in the frame, but it is definitely, it's like my nail polish color in the tube in real life. It's just that the camera sort of looks at neon a bit funny. This one is drier and it is flakier, but mixed together makes the perfect green. That's another thing I have sort of been doing this month, is mixing them, but I know that by the end of the day it sort of flakes off and isn't as budge proof as just the blue on its own. Look at the color it creates together. It's like the most extremely beautiful shade. So what I tend to do, put some on the back of my hand, I get another sort of liner brush, mix it together and apply it, and it's the most glorious shade. But again, it's a little bit crumbly because that green, I want to find this vibrant sort of emerald green in a gel liner. I can't find it. I think the closest I can find is, I think Lethal Cosmetics has one that sort of looks like this, that I might have to try, but Inglot does not have one, MAC does not have one, ColourPop does not have one. I've looked high and low, and to get that sort of vibrant, bright green, can't do it. Like, I asked on Instagram, and people were recommending a bunch. I was looking into them. They're all much darker, like emerald colors, like darker teals or darker forest greens. To get this intense color, oh, I want it in a non-crumbly formula that I can use on my waterline. I can use anywhere. I have used this on my waterline, but it's not the best. It's dry, it's crumbly, it gets in your eye. It's not the best, but it looks fucking gorgeous. So anyway, love this liner. Been using it a lot, and I've been using it mixed, but it's not as good of a formula mixed, if that makes sense. All right, the next thing is like a momentous occasion for me, and people won't believe this because it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I bought a concealer in early March, and that is a big deal for me because I have not been buying concealers for almost years. I think the last time I bought a concealer, it was at least a year ago, and I'm currently panning that one. So what I've been doing over the last few years is not buying any concealers, panning my concealers to a point where I only have 2 concealers in my collection. I've got one in my project pan and one in my handbag. The one in my handbag is great for touch-ups. I'm going to keep that in my handbag. I don't need to rotate that into my daily routine. And the one in my project pan is probably half empty. So I don't have any other concealers. Like, what the actual fuck? So I decided, I love this. I love being at a point with my makeup, and this is my goal with my makeup collection, is to only keep the items that I love, and either use up and get rid of the rest, so I can actually try new things without it just sitting there and going off and being ignored. I want something to come into my life and be like, I can use you every day because I literally don't have any other concealers to use. So I decided to buy the NARS concealer. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard. So this is medium 1 Custard. It's a really good shade match for me. I really love this. And I have been wanting to try this for a while, but again, I was like, while I have 4 open concealers, I'm not going to buy another one. But now through project panning, having only 2 open, I was like, this is totally fine to buy. And I really enjoy it. The color match for me is perfect. I'm wearing it today. This reminds me of using like a MAC paint pot, but on your face. So it is a nice creamy consistency, but it doesn't feel sticky and tacky. Because it's got that matte finish, which works for me. I've got oily skin. I know there's going to be a lot of people that like, that does not work for me. It is too dry. But on my oily skin, this is fantastic. I just use a bit of a fluffy brush, put it under my eyes, around my nose, wherever I need it. And it blends in seamlessly with my base. The color match is perfect. The finish is fantastic. It definitely sets down matte when you set it with a powder, which is what I do. In the past, when I've used pot concealers, they've always been quite heavy and tacky and creamy, and they crease and they move. And often when I set them with a powder, they sort of go patchy and weird. This one doesn't do that at all. Again, this reminds me a lot of like a MAC paint pot where you put it on, it covers the area, but it creates a really beautiful base for powders, and it just works seamlessly with my base. I love it. So this is a really good concealer. I'm glad I've got it. I love this. I'd totally repurchase it, and I'm glad that once I use up my concealer in my project pan, this would be the one I use every day, because that's what I want to use. All right, let's get on to skincare type products. I firstly want to mention a fail, just because I want to take this off. Yeah, I've got one fail today. It's favorites and a fail. This is the Ultraderm all-in-one micellar cleanser, 30-second brightening cleanse. Now, I think, look, I didn't buy this. I probably got this at, I think it was at an expo. I went to like a trade expo a couple of years ago, and I feel like Ultraderm was there. So I feel like that's where I got this. I used up a Bioderma, which is my favorite micellar water. I use it as a cleansing step in the morning because I have my showers at night, and all I do is I sort of use it to wipe clean my skin, in preparation for my skincare step. For years and years and years, I've been using Bioderma with the occasional other micellar water sort of thrown in to see if it's good. And I always go back to Bioderma because it doesn't sting my eyes, it doesn't irritate my skin, I don't need to wash it off, it doesn't contain a lot of fragrances. It's a really good, and they did the first micellar water. They invented micellar water, so they are the bar, and no one else has sort of excelled beyond them, in my opinion. Anyway, I thought I used up a Bioderma, I'll use what's in my cupboard, I'll try this. This was not good. This stings your eyes. I was like wiping around my eyes and I was like, what is this? What is this? I was just not used to micellar waters stinging and being horrible because I'm so used to the like creme de la creme of micellar waters. And I have a feeling that this one's more expensive. I'm probably going to put the prices on the screen in Australian dollars. I feel like this is more like a salon brand. I feel like it's going to be more expensive, but it was not good. The only reason I'm keeping it is to remove things like this at my makeup desk. So I keep like a bit of chopped up pajama pants on my desk, and if I need to like wipe anything, it doesn't even remove this. Holy shit. The micellar water doesn't even remove makeup very well. Like, that is shit. Or it shows how good these liners are. I think it's a combination of both. So yeah, anyway, this was not good. It's a fail. I would not use this on my face again, but to remove swatches or makeup on the back of your hand, it's fine, but definitely not good. So instead of that one, I was like, okay, I'm not going to use this, so I need another one. And I found that I did have the Roche-Posay Effaclar Micellar Water Ultra, and this is really nice. This is very similar to Bioderma, but it's got fragrance in it. So if you don't like this has the Effaclar fragrance in it, which brings back a lot of like nostalgia and happiness for me because I used to use the Effaclar range a lot when I had a lot of breakouts in my early 20s. So I really love the Effaclar range. I like recommend it to everyone. So I don't mind the scent in this, but if you are sensitive to scents, you will not like this. But this is nice and gentle on the skin, around the eyes. You don't need to wash it off. It doesn't sting. It doesn't irritate the skin. I do have sensitive skin that can get quite irritated. This is probably the best thing other than Bioderma that I found. And yeah, love La Roche-Posay, so I thought I'd mention that as a favorite as well. Now that my hands are clean, I'm going to talk about something that I also love. I was gifted this from my friend Simon for Christmas in a pack with a hand wash. Haven't opened the hand wash yet, but I did open the hand cream by Aesop, and I love this. I understand why he's obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm like rationing it because it is so nice. This is the Rind Concentrate Body Balm. Now, I mainly use this on my hands, but again, it's a body balm. You can use it wherever, but I'm precious about it. I'm like, I don't want to overuse this. I don't want it gone fast. I don't want to project pan this. I want this in my life forever. It's pink grapefruit, orange rind, lemon rind. You know I'm obsessed with citrus scents, especially at the moment. All I want to do is deal with citrus in my life. It is a nice, thick balm or hand cream, as I like to use it. And it is the most, it's like just peeling an orange. It is so nice. It's got enough thickness to hydrate the skin, but it doesn't leave your hands feeling greasy, which I love. You can use a small amount, and again, it just makes your hands feel hydrated and super zesty and delicious. Oh my God, the scent will knock you out with happiness. I love it. So hand creams are another area of my life that I am low in. I've got one next to my bed, one in my car, and this one's on my desk, and that's it. But the good thing about that is if I use up any of them, I'm just going to repurchase this one time and time again because I love it. It smells so good. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. And that's what I like skincare and body care and makeup to do. Bring me joy. All right, this thing doesn't bring me so much joy, but I feel like it's a good product, so I thought I'll mention it. This is tanning drops. Tanning drops, that's unlike me. This is the Isle of Paradise. It's a vegan-friendly, cruelty-free and organic, light self-tanning drops for face and body. So, obviously this is a light one, which is great because according to NARS, I'm medium 1, but I'm like you know, light-ish skin. This is a really good product. I have had this I've had this under my cupboard for a long time and unopened. I was just like, look, I'll get around to using it eventually. And then what ended up happening was, I think early March, I was going to a few things and I was feeling a bit like bleh. You know when you just feel like bleh? And so what I ended up doing was like, you know, putting on a mask and shaving my legs and putting on fake tan for the first time in like 2 years. And I was like, wow, I'm feeling all tanned. I'm feeling all great. I'll wear a dress and it will be great. And then I was like, my face is so pale. So I decided for a couple of nights to use this to mix it with my serum and then put my nighttime moisturizer over the top. And it works a treat. It definitely did tan my face. It's the first one I've tried that didn't make my face look patchy. And it didn't make it look super orange. It definitely tanned it a bit. You got to be careful. It says 1 to 2 drops and you add it to your favorite moisturizer. And I would totally agree that start slow and you can always put it on like 2 nights in a row or 2 days in a row. But what I love about this is the fact that not only does it give a good result, so an even finish, not patchy, not too orange, not too dark, but I also don't like face tanning products because I find that when they're mixed with a moisturizer, usually the moisturizer is of quite low quality, whereas the fact that you add this to your own products, you still get the skincare benefits of your serum or your moisturizer, and you're just adding in a tanning element. The only downside of this, in my opinion, is it smells really bad. It adds this really strong scent to the skin. Now, the scent is a really weird one because it's like I can recognize the scent, but I can't pinpoint what it is. It sort of reminds me a little bit of like a woody scent or a bark, or, you know, when you get like rosehip oil and sometimes it smells really strong. This is like that times 20. It's a very, very strong scent. So when you do add it to your skincare, you're going to put it on, you're going to be like, whoa, that smells really bad. Not bad, but really strong. But you can sort of deal with that if you just apply this like once a week. Like it's not that big a deal and the product's really good. So yeah, shout out to Isle of Paradise for creating good self-tanning drops. I enjoy them. All right, last 2 products, and not surprisingly, these are citrus related. So what I did in early March was I bought an oil diffuser for my house. I do quite like candles, but I understand that candles give off smoke and it's probably not the best. Also, having a baby that's just starting to walk, I'm concerned about like hands grabbing hot things. And also, you know, if I leave the house, I don't want to have to forget about the candle being on. So I thought it's a much more efficient thing to do to get an oil diffuser to add a little bit of fragrance to the room without it being sort of dangerous, if that makes sense. So I bought a diffuser from Maya because they were having a sale, and the good thing about it is it's not one that heats up. It's like an ultrasonic one that like sort of, I think, agitates the water and causes the vapor. So if a baby grabs it, it's not hot. There's no hot water. So yeah, so I thought it's a safe way to add a nice fragrance. And I bought a bunch of different essential oils. And again, this is not hippie. I'm not trying to be like, use this to combat fatigue and this, and like, I'm just doing it to add some nice scent to my house. Have to say though, since I've been sick and my baby's been sick, having the diffuser with like a breathe blend has been great at night to help sort of clear his nose. But the 2 that I have been using a lot or loving are these ones here. So this one's a pretty cheap one from Chemist Warehouse. It's the Oil Garden and it's the Refresh and Renew scent. So this is orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime, bergamot, lemongrass and ginger. So citrus, 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 lemongrass and ginger. And you can tell I've used quite a lot of it. I've got it on at the moment. It smells really nice. It is like a strong just citrus scent, which I love. So this is what I want my house to smell like. This is what I've got my house smelling like. But the one that I love the most, but it's more expensive and the bottle is a lot smaller, you can see here. See the difference there? This one is it's a phenomenal scent, but again, it's by the brand In Essence, which is stocked in Maya, and this is the Australian Native collection. I do have to say that whole range is very nice. If you like more you know, eucalyptus-y scents. They've got some really nice ones. They've got some earthy smelling ones, some ocean smelling ones. This was by far my favorite, but the whole range is quite nice. It doesn't smell like some hippie shop that just smells like incense. These smell really fresh and really beautiful. So this is a zesty, pure essential oil blend of lemon, lime, and bergamot, and this is phenomenal. So the thing that is different about this versus this one has that zing. It's got that lime punch in the face. And I actually did buy the lime straight up from this brand, but I prefer this blend. I think this blend is amazing. So I love this as well. This is like my special occasion citrus blend. So if I want to feel fancy or I've got friends coming over or something, I'll put this one on because it's the awesome one. Whereas every day, just the sort of hanging around the house, I use the cheaper one. But these, if you like citrus essential oil blends, they smell gorgeous. This one way zestier and way more amazing. This one's just like your flat citrus, but it's a goodie. All right, so those are my favorite products that I've been playing with and enjoying over the last couple of months. Pretty much everything else I've been using, the lip products in my Project Apocalypse, or my makeup in my Project Pan. I will have my 1 week, 1 palette review coming soon of the You Beauty palette from Glaminatrix. I'm keen to wrap that one up. I just feel like since I stopped for a while, I'm sort of like, what was I up to? I might have to start editing that video to sort of get re-inspired by it. And if you do want to see products that I've been buying and like what products I got from Back to Mac and stuff, just let me know. I'm happy to do a recapping my purchases for March because I did buy a couple of things, predominantly lip products, which is ridiculous because I'm trying to declutter lip products this year, but logic is not there. The logic is gone. But yeah, if you do want to see that, even though a couple of things like I mentioned in this video, just let me know and I'm happy to do that. Also, let me know what your favorite product or products were of March and if there was any fails that I should avoid. I would love to hear your thoughts and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.